Today we are baking carrot cake with Shemss in a Shemss Kitchen. Awesome. This is all the ingredients you need to make your carrot cake. You want your eggs to be room temperature, so don't forget to get them out of the fridge earlier on. So the first step you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit. For the all-purpose flour, we will need about 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 2 cups. Perfect. Then we're gonna move to our baking soda, and we will need 2 teaspoons. 1, and go around 2. You could eyeball most of these ingredients and you should be a-okay. Then we get some salt. We have about 1/2 teaspoons of salt. You wanna put that into your mixture. Then we get our cinnamon. 1 and 1/2. Then you would wanna whisk these dry ingredients together till they are fully combined. Vegetable oils, we want to do 1 cup and 1/4. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I love the smell of vanilla. Light brown sugar, 1 cup. Lightly pack it with brown sugar since it's a lot more dense. Put that into your bowl. Also 1 cup of regular sugar, granulated sugar. And then you want to mix all of this together until fully combined. After you combine these ingredients, you want to just go ahead and crack your eggs open and put them into the bowl. We're gonna mix all of that in until combined. Make sure not to mix too fast or the eggs are gonna splat everywhere. You wanna first start off with a slow pace and then gradually speed up. It is a lot easier when you just hold a bowl like this. You're able to definitely have a little bit more arm strength than just having it on the counter. Place your carrots that you grinded up. 1 cup of pecans, but you could add more or less, all to your desired tastes. My personal opinion, I really like the pecans. It adds a bit of flavor. You want to mix these ingredients all together. This is how you want your batter to look after you got all your ingredients mixed up. It's a nice light brown color. Next, we want to put our batter into our cake pan. You want to fill it up around halfway so you have room for the carrot cake to rise. Next, after we have the batter in the cake pan, we want to go ahead and put it into the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes until the cake is risen and the toothpick comes out dry. So we would want to put that in and just leave it there. I like to put mine for about 40 minutes. And then if it needs that extra 5, I will go ahead and put the timer for that. Awesome. Next, you want to go ahead and start on your icing. I'm going to start off by putting the cream cheese. You want around 8 ounces of cream cheese, 1/3 of heavy whipping cream. Next, we would want 1 and 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. Since there's heavy whipping cream, you don't want to go ahead and stir that up, especially with the powdered sugar. You want to just slowly kind of press these ingredients together. And then you could speed up in the mixing process once it's more combined. I personally do some folds before the mixing to kind of squish the cream cheese into the other ingredients. You see it slowly coming together. And you want to keep mixing until it's smooth. So this is the consistency you want to see. It's nice and smooth. There are no lumps. And then while you're done with that, you want to go ahead and put it into the fridge. So this is what you want to see. The cake is actually rising. It's about halfway through the baking process. Now we wait for the cake to finish baking. I like to clean up my kitchen, make sure it's nice and clean. So when the cake is ready to go, all you have to do is ice it and you're ready to serve. You don't have to do any cleaning. You're done with it. I highly recommend oven mitts or maybe some kind of good towels. I do not condone paper towels taking it out, so you want to be very careful. Go ahead and take out your carrot cake. One of the ways I like to check if my carrot cake is good is either tapping it to see if it's nice and bouncy or if it's watery. Other ways is taking a toothpick, sticking it right in the middle, leaving it for a few seconds, taking it out. If it's completely clean, you are good to go. If your cake is not ready, there will be cake mix on the toothpick, but in this case, the toothpick is clean, so the cake is ready. We're gonna let it cool down since this thing is still pretty darn hot, but what we could do in the meantime is take out the icing from the fridge. It is nice and cooled down. You could see it's not as watery. Doesn't really slide around the bowl. Want it to be nice and cold on your cake. We let the cake cool down a little bit. Once it cools down, you can flip it over onto your board and start the icing process. We're gonna try to release the cake a little bit. Knock on it, see if it comes out a little bit. Come on. Come up from the bottom, please. Por favor. We got two options here. Put the icing on top. I'm not trying to take it out and have it fall apart. It's very soft. It's already crumbling. Like, I went to 3 different stores trying to find a cake pan mold. No one has a cake pan mold. You just got these ceramic ones. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! It fell apart. Oh man. This is why you need a cake pan, guys. Guys, I promise you I've made this cake plenty of times in a cake pan. I'm far from home. That tastes so good though. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite cake, guys, but oh, this is very inconvenient for us, isn't it? Beautiful. Okay, we act like that never happened. I like to layer my cake, but this time it's not gonna work. So the best option you have now is just to layer on the icing, cut it the way you want it, and just eat it up. It's still very delicious. Okay, we're gonna add some icing to it. I promise you guys it's good. Just put a cake pan on, okay? So you can see this is not my home, not my kitchen, but we're in a family business. We love our Shemss homes. I'm the first one to kind of bake in this kitchen. We like to test if there's any improvements we need to do in the future. Make sure all the appliances are working top notch. And you can see they're working very good. Cake is amazing. It tastes great. Just wrong pan, so we don't look at that tool. Now we just put the icing on the cake and it's ready to serve to your family, to your friends. You could also make a carrot cake like this in your next Shemss homes. After you put on the icing, you could either choose to eat it right away or you could even let it cool in the fridge for a little bit to let the icing kind of settle into the cake. What I want to do now is just add a sprinkle of pecans around the cake. It just gives it more of a complete look, especially if you're serving this either for Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever birthday, or even just a dinner party with your friends and family. Tea is brewed. Let's have a taste test. Got a little piece here. Pecans really make it really good. Adds a perfect crunch. Kind of reminds me of a bit of banana bread, but great cake style. The cake turned out good. It was what I expected, even though I couldn't get it out of the cake pan. But the whole idea was to work in this kitchen, to test this kitchen. If you want a kitchen like this, you could go ahead and order yourself one like this off of Shemss Homes.